Making headlines. The President extends felicitations to Cuban President and Prime Minister on the occasion of Cuba's anniversary of the revolution. The President and the First Lady extends their New Year 2025 greetings to head of state and governments of friendly nations. And the Speaker of the Parliament urges citizens to put in every effort to help the government bring prosperity and progress to the country.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to PSM News in English with me, Idham Naim. President Dr. Mohamed Moise extends felicitations to Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel Bermudez and Prime Minister Manuel Marrero Cruz on the occasion of Cuba's anniversary of the revolution, celebrated annually on January 1st. In his messages, President Moise conveyed greetings and wishes from the government and the people of the Maldives to the leadership and people of Cuba. He further expressed his best wishes for the good health and well-being of the President and Prime Minister and for the further progress and prosperity of the people of Cuba. The anniversary of the Cuban Revolution marks the victory of the revolutionaries over the military dictatorship of Cuban President Fulgencio Batista. This day, known as the Triumph of the Revolution of Liberation Day, includes events such as military parades, revolutionary poster marches, concerts, and fireworks across Cuba. It is a day of national pride and remembrance of the struggle for independence. The Maldives and Cuba established diplomatic relations on 29th January 1997. President Dr. Mohamed Moise and First Lady Madam Sajida Mohammed extends their New Year 2025 greetings to head of states and governments of friendly nations, the heads of international organizations and resident diplomatic missions.
In their message, President Dr. Mohamed Moise and First Lady Sajida expressed their wishes for the new year to bring positive fortune, success and happiness. In his New Year address to the Maldivian people on the occasion, President Dr. Moise outlined the country's specific set goals, highlighting a clear roadmap for transitioning to the ranks of developed nations. The President noted that the new year presents an opportunity to set resolutions at national, community and individual levels. He stressed the government's commitment to serving the people with sincerity, fulfilling promises, maintaining trust and staying consistently close to the populace to find permanent solutions to the problem. Stating that the foundation of development and contentment lies in peace, respect and affection, President Dr. Moise encouraged every citizen to prioritize positive thinking and reconciliation as individual resolutions for the new year. He concluded his address by urging all Maldivians to work together towards national development with a unified goal. 2024 has been a year of notable decisions under the administration of President Dr. Mohamed Moise, marking it as a significant period of change for the Maldives. Among the pivotal decisions was the initiation of community rehabilitation programs for drug abusers and the approval for developing rehabilitation centers in 3 regions across the country. This year also witnessed the establishment of the Maldives Industrial Development Free Zone, aimed at generating income through the re-export sector. Additionally, President Dr. Moise amended the Tobacco Control Act, increasing the duty on tobacco products and banning the import, sale and use of vapes and vaping devices.
Speaker of Parliament Abdul Rahim Abdullah urges citizens to put in every effort to help the government bring prosperity and progress to the country. In a post shared on social media on the occasion of the New Year, the Speaker wished the President, First Lady, the members of Parliament and all the people of Maldives a happy and prosperous New Year. The Speaker urged the people to work hard with a renewed determination to bring prosperity and progress to the country in 2025 with new determination, and while wishing the Maldivian people a prosperous New Year, Abdul Rahim used the occasion to highlight the work President Dr. Mohammad Moises' administration was doing to ensure a happy and prosperous future for the Maldivian people. Social media platforms have been abuzz with the New Year messages from cabinet ministers, political and public leaders. The China-Maldives Free Trade Agreement (FTA) comes into effect starting today, marking a significant milestone in the economic relations between the two countries. This agreement is anticipated to enhance trade and investment, thereby creating new opportunities for collaboration.
The China-Maldives Free Trade Agreement offers significant advantages for Maldivian businesses by providing opportunities to export products to one of the world's largest markets. A notable benefit in the duty-free export of fishery products to China, expected to enhance production in the fishery sector and boost foreign currency earnings. The FTA will also facilitate the expansion of the Maldives' manufacturing and processing sectors. For the service sector, the FTA presents opportunities to penetrate the Chinese market. It also streamlines the process for Chinese investments in the Maldives and allows Maldivian investors to invest in China. According to the Ministry of Economic Development and Trade, the agreement paves the way for economic and developmental assistance and cooperation, thereby furthering the Maldives' economic diversification and growth. Another significant advantage of the FTA is the elimination of duties on Chinese imports to the Maldives. This measure is anticipated to result in increased Chinese exports to the Maldives and a reduction in prices due to the influx of diverse brands and products. The government asserts that this development will foster a more favorable environment for local businesses to prosper. The Economic and Technical Cooperation chapter of the FTA will support human resources development and capacity building efforts in the Maldives assisted by China. This includes enhancing skills for Maldivians, creating jobs and seeking Chinese assistance in further developing and expanding the research sector. China, with a population of over 1.41 billion and a large number of mid-level business enterprises, presents a significant market for Maldivian products and services. According to government estimates, China-Maldives trade currently surpasses $700 million annually, with expectations that this trade volume could rise to $1 billion with the FTA's implementation.
The foreign currency bill, Forex bill, designed to mitigate the ongoing foreign currency shortage in the Maldives, has come into effect. The new law, which mandates tourism facilities to exchange a portion of their foreign earnings through local banks, was ratified by President Dr. Mohammad Moises in December.
The new law aims to establish clear guidelines for managing foreign currency transactions in the Maldives and regulate currency exchange practices. The legislation mandates that all domestic transactions must be conducted in Maldivian rupiah, prohibiting the usage of foreign currencies except under specific circumstances defined by the law. It also forbids charging Maldivian nationals for any services provided or acquired within the Maldives in any currency other than rupiah. The law has introduced a framework for businesses operating under Maldivian law to exchange foreign currency obtained from realized sales proceeds. These businesses are required to exchange their foreign currency with banks operating in the Maldives, which in turn must sell a specific percentage of these exchanges to the Maldives Monetary Authority (MMA). Based on their operations and revenue, businesses are categorized into three distinct groups and must exchange foreign currency accordingly. As such, establishments such as resorts, integrated tourist resorts, private island resorts, resort hotels, or any such business that falls under Category A must exchange either $500 per tourist per month or 20% of their gross monthly sales with banks. Meanwhile, establishments such as tourist hotels, tourist guest houses, and tourist vessels classified in Category B are required to exchange $25 per tourist per month or 20% of their gross monthly sales with banks. Category C includes businesses not falling under Category A or B, but with annual sales or purchase transactions exceeding $15 million in foreign currency. They must exchange 20% of their gross sales with banks. The Act further requires businesses operating in the tourism sector or those exceeding the $15 million thresholds in foreign currency transactions annually to register with the MMA and transfer their realized foreign currency sales proceeds to a local bank.
Minister of Tourism Ibrahim Faisal says that tourism in a small country like the Maldives is now an example to the whole world. He made these remarks during an interview with PSM News while attending New Year festivities to celebrate the tourism achievements in the past year. During the interview, Minister Faisal highlighted the key achievements of 2024, noting that February last year was the month with the highest number of tourist arrivals, followed by December, a close second. The minister also noted that Maldives tourism industry won the world's most popular destination award for the fifth time last year, adding that the world is now looking at Maldives as an example for tourism. He attributed the global recognition and the achievements last year to the hardworking and dedicated people in the tourism industry, along with the vision and advice of President Dr. Mohammad Muiz. He also said that top priority this year will be to improve occupancy at resorts. The government aims to improve tourism occupancy and bring in 15% more tourists this year than last year. The world's biggest giveaway, the largest global campaign for 2025, organized by the Maldives Marketing and Public Relations Corporation, MMPRC, officially kicks off.
Announced at the World Travel Mart WTM London in November, this year-long initiative will award 52 holidays, one for each week of 2025, starting today. According to MMPRC, this campaign will unfold through a series of monthly social media contests on Visit Maldives platforms. Each month, 4 lucky winners will be drawn, receiving incredible raffle prizes. These 52 contests will showcase the Maldives' diverse offerings from pristine beaches and vibrant culture to thrilling diving adventures and luxurious retreats, with a special focus on the different segments such as romance, luxury, family, diving and other appealing segments that the Maldives is renowned for. The initiative aims to elevate the Maldives' global standing as a premier travel destination by attracting a community of travel enthusiasts through active social media participation. It invites individuals worldwide to participate, offering them the chance to explore the Maldives' unique attractions, experience its diverse offerings firsthand, and contribute to promoting the Maldives as a year-round destination. Simultaneously, it aims to provide potential visitors with valuable insights into the Maldives' diverse tourism offerings to increase bookings further. MMPRC is dedicated to retaining the Maldives' position as the world's leading destination. The overall goal for 2025 is to ensure consistent quarterly activity in the top 25 markets, supplemented by major summer campaigns and a robust public relations push. MMPRC is actively seeking to cultivate strong industry partnerships in 2025 to achieve collective success across all its initiatives.
The Department of National Registration, DNR, hails successful efforts to enhance its national identity card renewal efforts during the past year.
In its New Year message, DNR shared details of some of its successful initiatives in 2024. One of these initiatives is to open 3 branches in the capital Malé regions to provide ID card printing services, 2 of which are in the first and second phase of the reclaimed suburb Hurumale. These branches were set up by the DNR to bring ID card printing services closer to the people. In addition to the capital, DNR has also established 3 branches in Gafalif, Dal and Hadal atolls, all providing ID card printing services. DNR had also provided 10 fingerprint devices to all inhabited islands in 2024 to complement the NARES online portal launched in July to issue identity ID cards through local councils. The first online portal to apply and issue ID cards was inaugurated in the Maldives in 2021. On March 2023, the then administration replaced the portal with an official online portal of the DNR, allowing citizens to apply for the card directly from their locations. It brought a halt to the services provided by the local councils in issuing the ID cards. Even though the DNR portal made it easier to apply for ID cards from anywhere in the world, making the service online created challenges for the elderly. To provide convenient services to the elderly, the administration started work to further strengthen the existing relationship with the councils. As part of these efforts, the administration launched the NRS portal. The newly launched portal is designed to streamline the processing and issuance of national identification cards. It enables individuals to monitor the status of their ID card applications and empowers island councils with the capability to issue ID cards, mirroring the process currently in place in Malé City.
Indian shares fell on Tuesday, dragged by information technology stocks and tracking other Asian peers lower as elevated US Treasury yields continue to weigh on emerging markets.
The Nifty shed 0.51% to 23,522.9 points, while the BSE Sensex was down 0.62% to 77,761.62. Indian stock market expert Sunil Shah said that India is witnessing an outflow of currency through large caps and legacy businesses.
As of now, the opening session on the last day is not all that good. Sensex is down by around 500 points, and the reason is simple. There is selling by foreign portfolio investors. Also, the sector rotation is taking place. So we are witnessing that money is moving out of those some large caps and those legacy businesses, which the companies with legacy businesses, and money is moving to new sunrise industry, also the companies which are relatively new and not part of any indices.
The drop in IT companies, which earn a significant share of their revenue from the US, comes amid broader market weakness since the US Federal Reserve earlier this month signaled fewer rate reductions in 2025 than expected earlier. That pushed Treasury yields higher, which makes emerging markets such as India less attractive for foreign institutional investors. Foreign institutional investors have sold shares for the past 10 sessions in a row, offloading shares worth about $2.8 billion.
UN Human Rights Office publishes a report condemning Israel attacks on hospitals in Gaza, saying they had devastated the Palestinian enclave's health system and raised serious concerns about Israel's compliance with international law. In the report documenting various attacks between October 12, 2023 and June 30, 2024, the UN Rights Office said they had had severe consequences on Palestinians' access to medical attention.
The 23-page report concluded that since the Hamas attack of October 7, 2023 against Israel, the conduct of hostilities in Gaza had destroyed local healthcare.
A report by the UN Human Rights Office has found that Israel's pattern of deadly attacks on and around Gaza's hospitals pushed the healthcare system to the brink of collapse with catastrophic effect. The report graphically details the impact of Israel's attacks, from the destruction of buildings and facilities to the killings of patients, staff and other civilians, raising serious concerns about Israel's compliance with international law.
The Israeli military did not immediately reply to a request for comment on the report. Israel has in the past few days conducted operations against hospitals in Gaza that drew criticism from the head of the World Health Organization, WHO, among others. The Israeli military has accused Hamas of using the hospitals as command centers for military operations and said people Israel has detained at the facilities were suspected militants. The UN report alluded to such arguments, but said not enough information had been made public to substantiate them. The report said deliberately directing attacks against hospitals and places where the sick and wounded are provided they are not military objectives would be war crimes. Israel has consistently rejected such suggestions. The UN said that responding to its report, the Israeli government said its military had taken extensive measures to mitigate civilian harm and minimize disruption, including providing aid and evacuation routes and setting up field hospitals. Israel's campaign against Hamas in Gaza has killed more than 45,500 Palestinians, according to Palestinian health officials, and turned the enclave into a wasteland.
Barcelona applied for new players' licenses for Dani Olmo and Pau Victor with the Spanish FA RFEF, while the club denied claims of requesting any delay from governing bodies for their registrations. The announcement was made hours before the midnight registration deadline.
Barcelona lost a second appeal to register the players for the remainder of the season on Monday, with the club unable to meet La Liga's wage cap. The Catalan club said in a statement that Barcelona informs that it has applied for a new license for the players Daniel Olmo and Pau Victor to the RFEF. Barcelona signed Olmo in August for around 55 million euros or $57.22 million, but the attacking midfielder was registered for only the first half of the season. Efforts to extend both registrations have hit repeated roadblocks, with Barcelona's appeals dismissed by La Liga and various judicial authorities. While Olmo and Victor will be free agents after the deadline, Barcelona could meet the economic requirements to sign them before the transfer market closes in February. However, according to RFEF rules, a player cannot be signed by the same club twice in the same season. Barcelona is reportedly planning to raise funds by selling VIP box seats at the Camp Nou stadium, potentially generating over 100 million euros, subject to La Liga's approval. The Spanish league said later on Tuesday, however, that Barcelona have not provided any alternative that, in compliance with La Liga's economic control regulations, would allow them to register any player as of January 2nd. The club is currently third in La Liga, trailing leaders Atletico Madrid by 3 points, and will play against Barbastro in the Copa del Rey on Saturday.
The relocation of 505 yellow iguanas to Santiago Island in the Galapagos raised hopes of restoring the region's unique ecosystems.
According to a press release shared by the Galapagos National Park, the 505 iguanas were previously captured on Seymour Island and taken to a new island to be quarantined and ensure no disruptions in the ecological balance of their new home. The specimens were given a subcutaneous microchip to monitor their health, movement and reproduction. Yellow iguanas had become extinct on Santiago Island due to the introduction of invasive species, but were later reintroduced into the ecosystem. According to Galapagos National Park, 3,143 iguanas have been released on Santiago Island since 2018. The yellow iguana is one of the 3 species of the land iguanas that exist in the Galapagos Islands.
That's it for now. Thank you for watching PSM News. Wish you a very happy New Year and a prosperous New Year.